America is a great fucking country. They're just broke.
Absolutely.
They're just broke and can't do shit. In every tragedy, there's an opportunity to learn something, to grow, to exploit, to gain from whatever it is. You just gotta quit being a little bitch. I was driving 18 hours all over the fucking place. Trucks getting stuck in the snow in Montana. You know how cold it is.
I haven't been to Montana.
I learned how to put chains on these trucks. You know, everybody has their own journey, their own path, trials and tribulations. So, you know, I don't compare myself with everybody else. I do things at my own pace. I'm thinking into the future, 5 years. What am I gonna do? Have 10 more cleaning businesses with the same 10 problems, right?
Right.
I'm going to change the business model because there's a problem, which is the bottleneck of the business. This is the problem that we're having with this business, right? So how do we fix it? All right, so we're here today at another episode with Mr. Roochii and Digital Cow.
Thank you for having me back. Thank you for having me back. I'm happy to be here.
So today, it's a special interview. The tables have been turned. As you can see, we are vice versa from our last interview. And today, Mr. Cow is going to be asking me the interrogating questions. So I pass off the mic to Mr. Cow.
Thank you very much, sir. Once again, very happy to be here. Now, let's go ahead and kick off this interview and dive right into it, sir.
Okay.
And the first question we're going to go ahead and start with is, why don't you tell everybody what it is that you do?
What it is that I do. Okay, so I sleep in. I like to eat pizza. I do some boxing, maybe 3 times a week, you know, just so I don't get out of shape. And I run a cleaning business. So I am founder and principal of Roochii Cleaning. We started back in, 2020 during COVID. It has grown so rapidly, so good. Everything's systemized, in which it allows me to travel the world without being at, you know, the job site or headquarters. I'm currently in Bangkok. For the future, we're currently setting up our own cleaning chemicals. We're going to be hitting it hard with social media because of that. And we're also changing the business model so that we're able to scale not only nationally, but globally, become a global brand, and basically a staple of cleaning services.
So the cleaning industry, as you mentioned, is what you professionalize in. And I think that's the industry that not too many people are familiar with. It's a business model that you don't hear too often, right? When you think of people that open businesses, they open things like car dealerships, things like barber shops, tattoo shops, or, you know, investment funds, what have you. What was it that got you to start into the cleaning business? You don't see it too often. So what was it that sparked your interest?
Well, you know what? Ever since I was a toddler, 2, 4, 6 years old, I've always been wishing to start a cleaning business. It's always been in my dreams. I've always thought about it. Who in their right mind thinks about starting a cleaning business, especially a man, right? So it's not a masculine business. If I meet a woman and I tell her I have a cleaning business, it's not really bragging rights. It's kind of like I lose points. I would think so, like, you know, until they see my bank account, then it changes. But I got into it just circumstances and happenstance. So basically, the way I like to look at it is every business is almost the same type of, I mean, obviously you still need to know the dynamics of each type of business, but each business shares similar departments, right?
Correct.
So you have sales department, marketing department, HR department, accounting departments. These are all the same departments that every single business has. So I have a cleaning business, but I'm in the marketing business. I'm in the sales business. I'm in the branding business. I'm in the HR business. I'm in the accounting business. So that's really what I'm in. But the way I got in it is I just wanted to help my mother out. She was currently living in California, and she moved to Colorado because Colorado was booming. Taxes are better out there. Businesses do good out there. Our whole family had moved out there. So she wanted to give it a shot, be close to her family, because she really didn't have any family left in California. Everybody left her for opportunity in Denver, Colorado. So she did the same, and she sold her beauty salon in California, and then kind of like in between trying to figure out what she was gonna do, she started cleaning, and she got a commercial contract and stuff like that. So it started getting pretty serious, and I wanted to help her out. To have an actual business that she could retire from. So I spent maybe a month designing the website, another 2 weeks designing the logo. I was so into it. It was my first website that I designed. So it's, back then we didn't have a chat GBT. So I was relying on YouTube videos, blogs to learning, exactly what I needed to do. So it is more time consuming. Right now, if I run into a brick wall, I just hit up ChatGPT, and then we resolve it pretty quickly. But back in the day, you had to scroll through YouTube videos, and it's just time consuming. It was different times. We started the business like that, so I was just a helper, and then we set up the digital assets, the Google accounts, the Yelp accounts, the Angies, the Thumbtacks, whatever else you got out there. We started hitting up some advertisement through it and through our website and everything. I had to set up the whole call center system.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that was a whole ordeal learning how to do all that. Because in the beginning, everything's expensive. You're trying to keep costs low, so you're trying to figure out, how I could do everything with the least possible pennies. So we did that, and calls just started coming in, and this is like in 2000 during COVID, 2019.
Right, during the pandemic.
Yeah, we started growing and growing, and then the phone started ringing. Somebody needed to answer the phone, so I went ahead and spearheaded that. I started answering the phone, and in that process, I learned sales. I learned customer service. This is something I've never done before. I do have some certifications in mediation, so I know how to mediate. And then obviously college degree, business administration with emphasis in marketing. So I know a little bit, but not in practical sense. So that's when I had to apply it and learn hands-on everything, what worked, what didn't. So I systemized that whole process, my scripts, everything for every type of scenario. And eventually I just ended up hiring somebody and training them to take over that role. And that's how it is in business, right? You wear a hat, you learn the hat, you hand off the hat,
Right.
you learn another hat, you wear the
Every moving
hat,
part
you
of
hand it
the
out.
structure you're involved in.
Yeah. So ideally you want to hand off as many as you can and wear the final hat, right? Yeah. So we were booming, it's cascading effect. Then I ended up moving to Denver, Colorado myself because the business was growing so much. Yeah.
Interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you take note that he mentions he started his business and has found a successful venture during one of the most downfall financial crises we have seen in our day and age during the pandemic of 2020. So there's no excuse to get off your ass. If he was able to do it, you're able to do it too. There are no excuses. And if you noticed what he said, that his mother found a gap and was able to fill that gap. And it's very interesting. Like I mentioned, the cleaning industry is something that you don't hear very much too often about. So obviously in any kind of business venture, you're going to have to market, which it seems that you have a hell of a structure going on and you have some interest in marketing. So how do you go about marketing a cleaning business? How does that differentiate from any other marketing business that you've seen around, right? Because you're not a food restaurant, you're not a car cleaning business, you're a cleaning business, home business, office business. How do you go about marketing that?
Well, I believe marketing is dependent not only on the type of business that you have, but the stage in your business determines what you're allowed to market or how to market, right? So in the beginning, like I said, I spent a month on the website, getting the colors right, the logo right. My logo took 2 weeks just to design, just on one logo. That's how important it is, right? I've read entrepreneur magazines, and they highlight case studies in there. There's one brand, I don't remember the name, but I think they were capped at, let's just say, 3 million.
Wow.
And they were a shelf product, and they outsource their label design and everything, their product design, to a company that had a very good reputation at 10xing whatever they touch. So they went ahead and did that. They did their research, they redesigned their whole branding, packaging, and everything. And just like magic, their product 10x'd. So reading and learning these stories, I've learned that is something as simple, something that's even so insignificant that you think might not make a difference could make a huge difference. So that's why I spent so much time designing the logo. So you're asking me what type of marketing I did. So in the beginning, that is the marketing that I did. It was really focus on developing a solid logo that emphasized prestige, quality of our cleaning business, because we wanted to separate ourselves from other cleaning businesses, as well as our name. So Roochii is an Indian word. It means beautiful. Originally, it's spelled Ruchi, but as a branding perspective, it's kind of ugly if you see that, right?
Right.
So I kind of got an idea from Google, because they have a double O in the middle, right? So I took that into consideration when designing the actual lettering of my cleaning business. So Roochii, I respelled it as ROO, kind of like Google, CHII. So Roochii cleaning, right? And just the way it's spelled, it can have a compounding effect, right?
Right.
So you're asking me, what am I doing different for marketing? So I'm sticking to the fundamentals in the beginning, right? I'm sticking to the website design, focusing on the copy, the design, the aesthetics, how it looks and everything. Same thing with the logo. And that's what I believe initially allowed us to take off during COVID, because I did a competitor analysis and everybody's website sucked, man. Everybody's website was just horrible. They're back in the 90s, these cleaning businesses out there in Denver, Colorado. So I'm like, well, in the marketing, we learned this, SWOT, it's called. So opportunities, weaknesses, and whatever else it means. But basically, you got to look at what your opportunities are, what are the external opportunities are, weaknesses, and vice versa, right?
Okay.
So the weaknesses of my competitors were they had no branding, they had no design, they had no website design, they had no marketing done properly at the home stage, which is their website. So I'm like, that's where we're gonna double down on. And like I said, I spent months doing this before even launching anything. And then the second thing after that was the customer service. I did intel on their customer service, very basic stuff. And then some of them took forever to even get back at you. It's like, wow, this is gonna be easy.
Right.
Hermosi says if you could respond within 5 minutes, you already beat the competition, or you already 4x'd your revenue just by answering the phone. Yeah, just by answering the phone. Yeah. So in the beginning, that was my marketing. It's just what I had, which was what I could control, my website designing and my logo. And I had to learn how to do all that. I didn't know how to do all that, even though I went to business school. I didn't go to graphic designing school or anything like that. So I had to learn that on my own. Yeah. But what am I doing now for marketing?
Yeah. What would you say that you're doing now? And whatever it is that you're doing, what do you find is most successful for you? And what do you also find is the least successful for you?
So I think anything could be successful, right? So anything that you focus on could be successful. So like what marketing do we have out there? We have billboards, we have those signs at the bus stations. Out here in Thailand, in the back of the tuk-tuks, we got the clubs promoting the clubs. We have pop-up ads when we're using free gaming, magazine, TV, Facebook ads, Google ads, Google local service ads, Google business profile ads. There's different types of Google ads, retargeting ads, viral content on social media. So there's, like there's so many ways that you can mark SEO. And then SEO is getting a pivot with AI now. So it's, the games are changing. It's always changing. So I believe you could be successful in any type of channel as long as it fits your business type, right?
Correct.
And you're good at it and you're doing good. But right now what we're focusing on is well, first, what has worked for us. So like I said, something as simple as a good freaking website and a good logo and a good name. That's what has worked for us, right? So initially we did ads, paid ads, right? We ran paid ads, and the copy of the ads, like it says, warning, going to our website will expose you to unlimited positive reviews that will have extreme side effects on you. They include an uncontrollable urge to hire us, etc., etc., etc.
Okay.
So those are my ads.
Right.
So those are the type of ads that I
You're
like.
invoking emotion into individuals because emotion has a lot to do with advertising, right?
Yeah.
You want to invoke emotion into this individual.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that they're missing something and that you have what it is that they're missing.
Yes. And you look at my competition's ads, cleaning services, best in Denver, and then you hear my shit, warning, going to my website will expose you to blah blah, and it's highly contagious. Like, what the fuck this motherfucker just say? So
Right.
I think out the box with marketing, so I stop you scrolling, and ultimately what they're gonna do is they're gonna go to my website. So that's what I mean. Like, I did a competitor analysis. Everybody's websites suck. So I said, if I have the best website with the best branding, I could convince them that we're the fucking best. We're gonna crush it. And then and another thing is what people weren't doing is video reviews.
Okay, yeah.
I have hundreds of video reviews on my website, not just written reviews, but video reviews.
And these are reviews coming from clientele themselves. They're
from our client.
wow, that's different.
So we crushed it like that. During COVID, I mean, we were getting it was so easy to get employees during COVID because we had the cream of the crop, because most cleaning businesses were going out of business because they didn't have no business.
wow.
But we did.
Yeah.
Right? And when we were interviewing, everybody, we don't have enough work over here. We don't have enough work over here. Right? And then my business partner, which is my mother, she's very religious. She's like, oh, blessings from God. We're blessed. Da, da, da. But, in the back of my head, it's, I'm blessed to fucking build a badass fucking website and know what the fuck I'm doing, right?
Hey, that's right.
And so you gotta know what your competition is doing. You gotta see what they're not doing, and you gotta fit. That's where you're gonna fit in, right? I just the other day I noticed they copied my SEO meta title.
Oh yeah, is that right?
Yeah, my competition, little bastards. So they're watching me too.
Yeah, so you're watching. So you're doing something right.
I always get copied, man. Even when back in the day I used to do concerts, and like my copyright, because I'm really good at copywriting, right? It was so good, and then the turnout was so good. They did an event and they fucking straight up copied my copy. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's this copyright infringement. Or
You hear that?
right?
So if you're in the same niche or industry, stop biting this shit. You understand? Mr. Clean might have bitten off his shit and we don't even know it. He could have been bought at some point in time. I don't know. So stop it. Knock it off. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so where was I? My marketing strategies, right? So yeah, you just got to know what your competition is doing and just, have confidence that you could do something better that what everybody's not doing. So the copy of our ads are good. So it ultimately takes us to our website.
Right.
My website is the best in Colorado. There is no other cleaning business that has a better website than I do. My value proposition is on point. Everything's on point on my website. The design, the pictures, and then I have a review widget, right? And you can stroll. It's like 1,000 reviews, and then within those thousands are videos after videos after videos raving about my company, raving about my company. So how can I not do good during COVID when I have the best website, I have the best ads, I have the best reviews? Of course, I'm going to keep doing good because people are going to run out of money, but the people that have money are not going to run out of money, and they're still going to need their houses cleaned.
That's right.
So there's still going to be those services needed. It's just less. So what that does is it weeds out everybody at the bottom, and everybody at the top stays in business. And that's something I learned in marketing school, is that hard times, weed out the fakers. Like picture the roaches just coming out. You just stomping on them, no good, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I agree. And it's safe to say that you started a business model of necessity, right? A lot of people will open up businesses, but they're not really businesses of necessities. Cleaning is always going to be a necessity, and especially during COVID-19,
You hit it.
that was one of the biggest necessities, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit, everything needs to be wiped down, disinfected, cleaned. We're not too sure what's going on, but pandemic or not, cleaning's gonna always be needed.
Yeah, we were an essential business. And actually, I'm still waiting on my ERC payment from the IRS. If you're listening, they owe me about, I don't know what to say.
IRS. The dickhead IRS.
They're quick when they want to get paid, but when they're ready to pay, they don't want to fucking pay you.
You know, the funny thing about the IRS is, you notice they'll always investigate you when you're making money. Why don't they investigate you when you're broke? Somebody ask the real questions around here. IRS, get back to me.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, but I'm waiting on a huge chunk of money right now from the IRS.
Why?
Yeah, I'm about to call them again this week. So last conversation I had, they said, don't worry, your check's coming in a month. It's been fucking 2-3 months now. I haven't received my check. Yeah. So I got to call again and get on their ass. But anyways, so at that stage, we needed money right now. And, so for every buck that I put in, because we were a new business, I needed a couple bucks back. So we did ads. We did ads, and we had a good website, a good reputation to back it up and get the clients. So at that stage, an early stage, I couldn't afford to do SEO or anything else. I'm sure Facebook ads would work, but Facebook ads, they say you need to dump a couple thousand before you even break even, and then after that you start figuring out what works. So we didn't have time for none of that shit, right? But even then, we did hire a Facebook marketing company. They performed, but it just wasn't the ROI that we expected, so we had to let them go. We hired somebody to do SEO for us. They performed, but it wasn't the ROI that we were expecting, right? So and that's interesting. So something I learned in business, especially if you're rich and you have deep pockets, I mean, obviously you could hire the experts and get shit right on track from the beginning, right?
Right.
But we're bootstrapping it from the bottom. I can't afford fucking people that are highly skilled at these things, right? And even then, I'm taking a leap of faith, because even if I hire them, that's all the money I have. And if they fucking do me wrong, or they rip me off, or they don't perform, then I could go out of business. So cash flow is very important. So something that we did and could control were simple fucking ads with just simple copy,
Right.
and you get the leads. And then we had good customer support. I had good scripts, because I had learned that all myself when I was answering the phone. And we were doing good. We were doing good with that business model. And then later on, we were experimenting with, because we could kind of afford it, but we pulled the trigger. So what I learned when you're bootstrapping something is that, first of all, don't get into business if you're dumb. Right. And because I'm not a rocket scientist or anything like that, But being in business, you realize how fucking dumb people are. Like people are fucking dumb. Okay. So if you gotta have some level of intelligence, right? If you did good in school, that signifies that you have some level of intelligence. But that's not only one factor. You could have done some good in other areas, right? In other domains or whatever. But you got to have common sense. You got to be able to see things. You got to be able to have a level of intelligence. And you got to have balls, because if you don't have balls, this is just not for you. You'll crumble under pressure. You gotta have you gotta be able to take risk, handle risk,
Yeah.
handle all the nerves for all that. But why am I saying you gotta be smart? What was I leading to?
Well, you got to be smart, because we're leading into how, if you want to run a business, and especially in marketing, right? Marketing is a huge part of business. You have to be intelligent and smart enough to understand what it is that you need to market. And in the situation, to sum up what we're garnering from you, is one of your strongest, your biggest strengths in marketing is exploiting the weakness of your competition,
Yes.
and taking that and making it your strong point.
Yes. So I remember now. The reason you have to be smart is because you have to learn these skills, right? And you have to learn at a rate, so like SEO. I had to learn SEO. I had to take a break for my business from I didn't take a break. I was still operating it, but what I was focusing on my time was learning SEO.
Right.
And people go to school for this for like 4 years and still can't even get it right? So you're just stacking skills and skills on top of skills. I had to learn how to use this camera.
It's true.
And it's not easy. Like there's a lot of things going on around here that I had to learn through trial and error. I had to learn how to video edit, how to do the video editing. I took courses on video editing as well. That was like a 2-month thing that it took time to learn. I had to learn how to speak in front of a camera. I had to learn how to orate my voice. I had to learn how to do copy. I had to learn how to write good marketing ads.
Right. Yeah.
I had to learn how to do sales. I had to learn how to do customer service. I had to learn how to build websites. I had to learn about branding colors, the whole design. So don't start a business if you're fucking dumb. Okay?
Don't do it.
It takes a baseline level of intelligence, because you have to keep learning skills.
Constantly.
Right?
Constantly.
Alex Hormozy says you would never be broke as long as you keep learning more skills on top of skills, right? Because the skills on top of skills, it's just going to be a compounding effect. And that's basically what I've been doing for marketing. So at that time, we were just doing ads, but now I'm really doubling down on SEO, search engine optimization.
Yes.
I have a full staff doing articles. Like they do various things, backlinks, events, setting up. I had to learn how to do custom posts on WordPress websites. I have to do a bunch of stuff. But it's going pretty good. If you Google my business,
Right.
I mean, we're ranking in a lot of cities right now. Number 1, number 3. It just depends what area, what suburb. So we're doing pretty fucking good.
So to sum it all up, I think what a lot of people don't realize or understand is, regardless of what business you run, start, or whatever niche you're in, it's going to be compounding levels of skills you're going to have to learn. So although you started a cleaning business, you're not solely focused on just a cleaning business, because now you need to focus on marketing. And marketing under that umbrella alone has, what you were saying, SEO, guerrilla marketing, different colors and the psychologies and wordage to get people attracted to your business. I mean, it starts as one thing, and before you know it, it trickles down to everything. Because now it's like what you said, if you want to make videos, you want to make websites, now you need to step into a digital realm. You need to learn how to make videos. You need to learn how to set up the cameras, how to get these microphones to work, how to create your website, what colors you're going to use for the website. It just continuously, it just never stops. And that goes back around to how you mentioned you have to be willing to continuously learn if you're going to open a business, regardless of what it is.
Yeah, and you know, unfortunately, some people don't have the capacity to keep all that knowledge and keep learning and stacking knowledge. It's an ongoing process. I went to I'm IICRC certified, like for cleaning. So like
Wow.
I know cleaning to the T. I know everything about cleaning, and I'm still learning. I have books. I've studied the shit out of it, so I had to learn everything about cleaning, the composition, what pH is one stain, and how you could
Chemistry.
dislodge it, and different stuff, different mechanisms, how you could damage one thing and stuff like that. So even in the cleaning, like I had to learn that whole business, how to get proper quotes. Every house is freaking different. Commercial buildings are huge. How the heck do we give a quote? How do we win those quotes?
Right.
You know?
Right. And that's something a lot of people don't even think about. Right, so we talked about branding, we talked about logos, we talked about digital marketing.
Yeah, how I got started
How you got started
with marketing.
with marketing, correct. So what are your next steps as far as marketing? What do you plan to do further now?
So, I think we mentioned cleaning products, right? So let's talk about that. How my marketing is gonna also benefit my cleaning business and benefit my cleaning products, and how it came into play, right? So it's just money. It's just money, right? Why am I doing cleaning products? Because I want to make more money. I want to make more money so that my family, my parents, my children, my wife, we don't have to worry about if somebody goes to the hospital, if some idiot hits her in a car accident. You have to pay $100,000 for freaking brain surgery or something. A house paid off so you could live comfortably. So it's what money gets you ultimately. But cleaning products, man. Well, first of all, because it aligns with cleaning, something that we're already doing. I know about cleaning products. We use only the best cleaning products ourselves right now. They're not ours, but they're eco green. The chemicals that are in it are all good, and we've tested so many different products and stuff like that. But the marketing, they just coincide with cleaning and the cleaning chemicals. So for example, I'm going to give you an example, right? Earlier I said the marketing depends on the stage of business that you're in. So before, the stage I was in was a startup stage.
Okay.
So I couldn't take any risk as far as marketing. I couldn't burn any cash for marketing, right? So I exploited the weaknesses of the competition, which they had horrible branding, horrible websites. So I beat them at that. And then I set up really good ads that directed all the customers back to my website. And then I awed them. And then I was the only cleaning business in Denver, Colorado that had video reviews. So I was crushing it during COVID, just crushing it, right? And that was my marketing strategy at that time, because my circumstances, my bank account, the economy, everything, that's the startup phase. That's what it dictated. Moving forward, what we're going to be doing now is let me go back to the cleaning products. Let me start off with the cleaning business, and then I'm going to wrap it up with the cleaning products, right? So my cleaning business right now is only in Colorado. That's who we serve right now. That's our location, right? What we're gonna do. So a problem, the biggest bottleneck of a cleaning business is finding quality cleaners, keeping quality cleaners, and keeping that quality consistent, right? So that's like the biggest problem in a cleaning business. And that's something actually we haven't even talked about, because you could do all this marketing, you could do all this stuff, but if you don't have the solid product, which it transcends to service, product and service, whatever, people are not going to keep coming back. You're not going to get the positive reviews. So that's another thing that we didn't talk about that I had to learn. It's how to train an employee. How to keep them from doing bad, how to keep them from doing good, how to teach them to keep doing good, how to motivate them to keep doing good. You know, right?
Yeah.
We set up a whole KPI system on our cleaners. And that's something, you know, I'm gonna just go. I'm a sidetrack. I'm a sidetrack because this is really important.
Let's elaborate on
You know, like you know, so far we've been talking about the glory of my adventure, right? But you know, when I moved to Denver, Colorado, I seen all the money that the moving businesses were making with our move out cleanings, right? So they would hire us to do the move out cleaning. We'd make a killing too, right?
Right.
600-800 per unit, whatever. But the movers are making like $4,000. So I'm just like, why am I not getting that bread? So it's a fatal mistake that I did, because at that time, my cleaning business wasn't mature enough to start a new venture, because I underestimated the amount of effort and time that just one business takes.
Right.
So I decided, I thought I was so smart and I had a great idea. So I decided to start a moving business. We fucking bought 2 trucks like an idiot.
It coinciding with the cleaning business.
Yeah.
So you're moving people's shit, and after the room's empty, it's dirty. Now you're cleaning it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
But it was a horrible idea. So I went balls deep. I bought 2 trucks, and at that time, the fucking trucking industry was booming when I bought them, right? And you know, during COVID, the trucking industry was booming because everybody stayed home and everybody was buying shit. So what I mean by that is the trucks were overpriced.
Right. There's large demand.
I paid $80,000 for each truck, 26-foot box trucks, Freightliners, piece of shit trucks.
Piece of shit.
Don't ever buy a Freightliner, man.
Don't do it.
You know, and the thing is, you know, I thought because I had a cleaning business that I could do the moving business. Like, how hard, I'm fucking smart. How hard could it be? But the thing is, you don't know the problems. And then on top of that, I underestimated the amount of effort that it takes to even run one business, right?
Yeah.
Especially when the business is not even mature yet. So it still needs it's still a baby. It still needs your attention.
Right.
And now it's split with the moving business. And, you know, the cleaning business is already like, you know, a hypothetical, metaphoric. It's like a 6-year-old kid, right? Still needs your attention.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got the moving business that's 1, 2, 3 months old that really needs your attention. So I wasted a whole year of my life doing this shit. And then we were doing good like in the summer, but then October came and the trucking industry just crashed.
Wow.
Right? Trucking industry crashed, and it was, you know, I couldn't grow my cleaning business anymore. You know, it was just operating as is. I had to learn a whole new industry, how to give quotes for moving businesses, how to set up the systems, how to train people how to do it, how to hire, learn the new softwares that I needed to use, learn how to do the quotes and everything, train employees. Like it's set up with these, because we were cross-state moving, right? So you have to get it's so over-regulated with the licenses you have to keep up with, and it's just ridiculous, right? And it came to the point where I had to do Amazon loads.
Wow.
Not me myself, but I had employees do them, right?
Right. Okay.
To pay for the trucks to keep the business afloat. And we even had to take the moving business even had to take a loan, a huge loan from the cleaning business.
Okay, so now it's affecting the primary objective here.
And the whole time I could have been 10xing my cleaning business.
Focus on the cleaning.
But I fucked up and made a bad decision. Alex Ramosi calls it the shiny object syndrome. Oh, I see somebody making all this money over here, and then it's shiny object, so you're attracted to it, but then it's another pile of shit. Every business is a pile of shit that you have to solve and learn. That's all it is. And I had to do that with the moving business, and then I wasn't gonna go bankrupt. So ultimately I had to move my trucks to Pennsylvania because and Montana because they were paying 4 times more Amazon over there.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to drive my trucks out there, hire employees out there, register with the states out there, and I'm doing taxes, multiple cross-state taxes.
Oh, yeah, and it's just a headache. It's a pain.
It was just crazy, and it came to the point where you have an employee that quit, and you have contracts that you already have to do, and if you don't do them, you're gonna lose your license with Amazon, and they don't give a fuck, right? And I had to fly out of state to finish the jobs. I'm out there fucking sleeping. I'm out there running the loads, driving 18 hours a day, sleeping on the floor of my truck, staying in random places all over I've been all over the United States. That's the only positive thing about that, right? I've seen all of the United States. I've been in the whitest, hickest towns. I've been in the blackest towns. I've been in the most Mexican towns. I've been in the most beautiful fucking forests. Everybody. These influencers in Thailand and all that came from the United States, right?
Yeah, right.
They like to talk shit about the United States, but
talk about it. Talk about it.
United States, it's the most beautiful country in the world.
Hear that?
We have the best beaches, which are in SoCal.
American and proud.
We have the best forests and mountains, up in Washington, the Ozarks, the deserts. We have everything you could think of in the United States.
Everything.
Huge cities. It's just ridiculous. And I get, irritated when I hear influencers talk about, Vietnam is so much better. There's so much to do. And it's just I made a comment on this one influencer and I was like, bro, we got all that and more in the United States. You're just broke.
you just broke.
We're just broke.
If you broke,
you're just broke, and you can't do shit in the United States because you can't afford it.
Right, and see, people don't understand that there's a reason why so many from other countries want to immigrate into America because it is the land of opportunity. Because you have the freedom to start a business, to settle yourself there, and to make a significant amount of wealth that you can take back to your country. And now you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 10x your money because you got the American greenbacks. Y'all better quit playing with the American dollar. And now you're taking it back to the country to where you can multiply it. I agree. I agree.
So I just, it's off topic, but I just had to point that out there.
Absolutely.
It's, these American influencers try to hate on America. America is a great fucking country. They're just broke.
Absolutely.
They're just broke and can't do shit. Because when I go to America, I have a stepdaughter, so I fly her out with me. And I don't even work when I go to America, right? I check up on things, my trucks, and I have a bunch of trucks, and I have a fleet. I have to check up on all that type of stuff. But I'm just hanging out with my daughter, and every day we're doing shit, in America. We're doing badass shit. So Vietnam is not better than America, but Bangkok is not. We have everything and more. It's just, you gotta have money. That's it. You gotta have money to do things out there.
You gotta have money, but you can also make the money.
Yes, that is exactly.
You have to make the money. Yeah. You can't be mad at America for the fact that you don't know what the fuck you're doing in order to put some cheddar in your pockets. That's not America's fault, homeboy. That's your fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. But what was that long story about my struggle with the thing. So ultimately, man, I had to sell that thing. Nope. I had to sell the moving business.
Wow.
I had to sell my trucks at a loss.
Wow.
But I broke even. Mm-hmm. And after I sold the trucks, I didn't sell the business. I just sold the trucks because that's the only reason we kept the business going, because we had to pay.
Right, because you have to pay.
Yeah, or else
Huge overhead.
it's fucking 160K, like ridiculous. And then the insurance for trucking, oh my gosh. And it's such a shitty industry, because you have a trucker, right?
Yeah.
And then you have these piece of shit brokers in the middle. These piece of shit brokers in the middle, slimy motherfuckers, right? And then you have the shipper, which is the client, right?
Okay, yeah, yep.
So most of the time, especially when you're new, you're not going through the shipper, because you don't have the contacts, you don't have a reputation or anything like that, right? And so you have to go through brokers. And oh my gosh, dude, these guys are fucking up the industry. There needs to be like if a trucker is listening to this, you guys need to unionize or create an association for the truckers and get those motherfuckers out.
Get them out the industry.
Or create transparency, because like in boxing, there's the Muhammad Ali Act, right, where the boxers know how much the promoters are making, like what's the spread on this shit, so they don't get ripped off. In the trucking industry, you don't know what the brokers are making. And and I've called brokers, and because you're negotiating, try to get some good terms. I'm like, bro, that doesn't even cover my fucking gas. At the time, diesel was like $5 or something.
Right. That's
like, it doesn't even cover. What if I break down? Like, oh, that's what I'm paying. That's all. I'm like, fuck you. Hung up the phone. Like, fuck this shit. Anyways, I got rid of the fucking trucks. I felt so relieved, right?
Right.
But long story short, what I learned from that, I learned from Amazon. Their how they do their system. So check this out, and this is game, and this is what you can implement in your business, right? And because I implemented it in my business, right? So out of all that, this is what I learned. They have so they give every company a score.
Okay.
Just like school, 0 to 100%, A, B, C, D, right? So you have to have a minimum score to be able to do their contracts. And then if you have an A and 90 and above, you get their top tier contracts, first access to their contracts and stuff like that. If you have anything below that, you get the shit, right? The leftover.
Okay.
But so that score is measured on different variables, right? So it's dependent on your industry. So for Amazon, it's, are you there on time? Yeah. Did you complete your route on time? Was there any complaints that missing items, different stuff, right? That they find important for their business to be able to run their business, right? And then you always have access to that score on your application, right?
Okay.
So I sold that. I have that in my cleaning business. So my cleaners, so that's why I provide such good service. And if you go on my Google My Business profile, I have 5.0 stars.
Wow. 5 stars
on my Denver business, right?
Wow.
Yeah. On my Thornton business, which was the first location, we have 4.7 because we were still perfecting things and learning things, right? But as you can see, after we implemented a bunch of stuff, we have 5.0.
Wow.
5.0. On Yelp, there's a lot of fucking crybabies. Truthfully, I hate Yelp. The clients that we get from Yelp, they're the biggest complainers and they're the biggest crybabies. I don't know what it is about that demographic, right? Like every time, like, I get a call, we have this client, are they from Yelp? Yup. Always. Why they always have to be from Yelp? Like, seriously, man.
I think I feel like Yelp is an outlet for complainers to be able to express them.
They protect them, man.
It's like social media of complainers, man.
They protect you. The system. I fucking cussed out Yelp management so many fucking times to try to get like reviews off because they were just ridiculous. Like ridiculous. The other fucking day, this fucking bitch. What's her fucking name? Linda or some shit, right?
Linda, I hope you're listening.
Fuck, bro. It's been a year since we serviced this bitch.
1 year.
And she just updated her review so it goes relevant.
What a fucking bitch.
What type of person? I mean, just think about the person that you have to be to have such malice towards a business that's just trying to survive, right? And this is Yelpers. These are the motherfuckers on Yelp. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy how these people are. And like, and unfortunately, it's the line of business that I'm in, and this type of people that we have to deal with. But bro, it's been a year. Let it go. Let it go.
The whole year, Linda. Okay,
Let it
your
go.
man's not coming back. Face it. All right, let it go.
Just let it go.
That's probably why her man let her go. That's a let it go, Linda.
Maybe that's man.
Linda, listen. Let it go.
Maybe she needs to get wet. A little wetness, something. But anyways, yeah. So what we implemented through my whole tragedy. So another thing that I preach on is, in every tragedy there's an opportunity.
Okay, yeah.
In every tragedy there's an opportunity. But here's the catch. The only way you could catch the opportunity is if you stay calm.
Okay, let them know.
So I play chess, right? I play chess, and in chess it gets very emotional. It's a one-on-one game. It's like boxing, right?
Right.
There's no team. So like if you lose, you can't be like, it's just you and the other player, right? So it's a very emotional game, and I'm pretty fucking good. And one of the reasons that I'm good is because I do breathing techniques.
Okay.
I do breathing techniques.
Stay calm.
Let me make sure this shit's still on. I don't want to. Hello. Yeah, still on. So, I do breathing techniques when I feel like my anxiety or anger or whatever start coming up, because they're applying pressure.
Right.
And if you could stay cool, you could probably beat them, because they're gonna get riled up, right?
Right. Absolutely.
But anyways, you could take that with business as well, or with anything that you're doing, is that in every tragedy there's an opportunity. You just gotta quit being a little bitch. Like straight up.
Bitch.
Like straight up. Giving it to you raw. In every tragedy there's an opportunity to learn something, to grow, to exploit, to gain from, whatever it is. You just gotta quit being a little bitch. Because I read, not only am I into marketing, but I'm into neuroscience, right? So I read a lot of neuroscience books.
Oh, okay.
And what happens is when you're under stress, whether it's anger, anxiety, whatever type of emotion that you're in, right? What happens is your I'm probably gonna butcher this word, but the prefrontal cortex and your hippocampus, they get overwritten by your amygdala. Now, your amygdala is the part of the brain that controls emotion.
Oh.
So whenever you're emotional, the amygdala takes over, and what happens is that your prefrontal cortex shrinks in capacity. It doesn't shrink, but like the electricity, because your brain's electrical, right?
Right.
It shrinks, and more amygdala, and then what that does is now your body starts releasing cortisol, adrenaline, and then
hormone.
and then you can't think, right? So in every tragedy there's an opportunity. You just gotta not be a little bitch, right? And what that means is, for people that don't understand that, or maybe you might get offended by that, is set your emotions aside. Learn to set your emotions aside and think strategically, analytically, cognitively, without emotion. Because emotions is what's going to hinder your ability to think clearly. And that comes down to chess, that comes down to business, that comes down to life. If you're able to set that aside, I promise you, and everything that happens to you, you'll be able to learn from it, grow from it, take advantage of it, make more money, whatever it is. You'll be able to win and come in head. Why am I talking about that?
I think it's very important, even though, because we can go on about this subject for hours, right? But I absolutely
I'm over here way worried. I'm over here skating
it's easy to get lost in conversation, right? But
Yeah.
you're absolutely correct, and not just in life, but in business. It's very
In your line of business,
right.
particularly,
Absolutely, you have to be able to get up and do the things that you don't want to do, regardless of how you feel. It doesn't matter if you feel good, if you feel bad. It doesn't even matter if you feel like doing it.
Oh, you want a different example of what I'm saying, applying it.
Correct.
to
If
some
you
different-
want
yeah, yeah,
anything in life, if you want to be successful,
yeah,
you have to do the things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And you have to do it anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter. If you're sad, if you're happy, if you don't feel like doing it, you have to do it, right? And most people that are in business who are successful, that's how they find success in their business. There's not a single fucking day that one of the most successful individuals in the world wake up and they say, man, you know, I don't feel like committing myself to the multi-billion-dollar empire that I've created today. I don't feel like it. I'm gonna lay in bed. It doesn't fucking happen. Like, I don't think there's a time that Elon Musk wakes up and says, I don't really feel like sending a fucking rocket to Mars. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to be disciplined. You have to be able to be, like what you said, strategic. You have to be able to be consistent, and you have to do these things. You
Yeah.
have to. There's no choice. You have to see it as you don't have a choice, right? So, for example, if you had a choice with your business, I don't feel like running the business today. What's gonna happen?
nothing. It'll keep running.
It'll keep growing. Okay, so let's say you stop marketing yourself. Let's say after about a year.
That's the whole point of a business, though, to be able to run. You know that you
be able to
say-
run auto-
it just depends on what stage. You know, like right now, I do it sometimes. You know,
Right.
if we're gonna be frank, sometimes feel like going on vacations, or sometimes like I don't feel like fucking working. But like when it's time to work, like I just fucking grind it out and grind it out.
Right.
Yeah. But what I was saying more is like a tragedy, something bad happens.
Right. Okay,
You know.
right.
Like putting it into context of your business. You just spent 30 grand on some Bitcoin, and suddenly Trump says something and it drops to like $2,000, right? So you're very emotional at that moment. So you might, oh, it's back at 15. I gotta have to sell, or like
Right,
you have to control your emotions and think clearly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, correct. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Absolutely agree with that. You need to control your emotions before you go and do some stupid shit out of panicking.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes, and I try to give an example with the chessboard. So if you could control your emotions, you could think clearer, and you could beat your opponent.
And I don't think
Especially if you could get under their skin. That's what Conor McGregor. That's how he won in the press conference half the time.
fuck, dude. Yeah.
That motherfucker would get under your skin. That was one of his tactics.
Yeah. Right.
That was one of his tactics.
Right.
Yeah, he just couldn't get under Khabib's skin.
Yeah, I mean, if you can emotionally control, right, your opposition or whatever you're after, and especially your biggest opposition in life is going to be yourself, right? Control your emotions, and I think for the both of us being here in Bangkok, Thailand, the land of Buddhism is probably one of the best places to be practicing that, right?
Yes.
I mean, if you control your mind, like they say, especially in Buddhism, if you control your mind, you control the environment around you.
Oh,
You can control your emotions, you can control your fate,
nice.
right? I mean, that's the rules and the laws of the universe.
Yes,
So
yes.
I don't think there's a better place to practice that other than to be here in Thailand, which
Nice.
obviously you're scaling your business and you're trying new things while you're here in this country. So, good for you. I think you're in the right place to do that.
But going back to my story with the Amazon thing, right? So it was a horrible mistake, but what I learned, because in every tragedy there's an opportunity. There we go. Tying it back in, right?
Right, correct.
So in every tragedy there's an opportunity. And in that tragedy, I learned many lessons, right? It takes so much of your time and effort to even run one business and grow that business. So thinking that you're going to make more money doing something else, is ludicrous. Stick to what you're doing and keep doing it.
Stay in your lane.
Perfect on your craft, right? You're already doing it. Fucking do it. Another thing that I learned was how Amazon operates their business. And they operate it through this point system, just like school. You got A, B, C, D, and that's how they grade their workers. So I just copied it and put that straight into my business. So it's a KPIs, key performance indicator, KPI system that we have for our cleaners. So obviously we changed the variables. You know, we have like how many positive reviews they got, how many complaints they got. Are they filling out this form? Are they filling out this form?
Right.
Did they take pictures of before and after the appliances? Because that's another thing that people like to do out there. They try to say that you damaged their stove or whatever. It's crazy out there, and then I got to go ahead and deal with that. But so that's how we are they doing that? Are they doing the before and after pictures? Did they leave their supplies in front of the house, not inside, because it could cause spills? Whatever. Did they get us a positive review? Did they talk and greet the client? Did they show up on time? Did they clean their car? Did they clean the vacuums? Are they maintaining, because we have them do all types of stuff. So we measure them on that criteria, and based on that, they get bonuses. So like if they're not above 90%, they're not even going to qualify for bonuses. And then on top of that, we give them bonuses for each positive review. So we incentivize them to do very well. And then obviously we know who's not doing well because I get the report every week.
Right.
And then we have to write them up. So escalate it too. Then we have to have serious conversations. Hey, check it out. You're going to be fired the next time this has happened. This is part of your job. And then we blast it so everybody else could see it as well. So yeah, I stole that straight from Amazon's playbook. Yeah, just stole it. So that's what I say, in every tragedy there's an opportunity. And that's,
there you go.
it's horrible that I had to go through that. It's horrible that I had to go through that. But I look at the benefits, and I took what I could, and now it's helped me a lot in my business.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. You got to learn to see the light in the dark. Right?
Yes.
After the rain, there's always the sunshine.
Bro, I was so tired. I was sleeping on the floor. I was sleeping on the floor of my trucks. I was driving 18 hours all over the fucking place. Trucks getting stuck in the snow in Montana. You know how cold it is.
I haven't been to Montana.
I learned how to put chains on these trucks.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Would you say that you learn more from not so much the failure, but the downfall of the secondary attempted business? You learn more from that than what you did in the primary business of cleaning, because it seems like there were more hardships within that secondary venture.
Yeah, and it also tested me. Like, like...
Did it break you down, so to speak?
No, like...
There you go.
Yeah, at one point, I'm not... At one point, I forget who I was talking to. I think my friend or my mom or somebody. I was like, bro, like, I just feel like fucking just crying. Like, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and cry and weep, right? But, like, the shit I was just going through is just like... It was like, you don't even know what to do. It's just fucking crazy, man. Like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
You had all the right intentions, though, right? Because I mean, having a cleaning business, and then the moving business and the trucking business. I mean, it all made sense, right? From a distance, it all made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you learned a lot.
Yeah.
It's helped you grow, and it's helped you progress into the business that you're successful in now, so to speak.
Yes. Everybody has their own journey, their own path, trials and tribulations. So, I don't compare myself with everybody else. I do things at my own pace. I know the plan. I know what to do. I know how to execute it. It's just a matter of time of getting there, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
now let's move on to since you have a system built, you have a system down, you're familiar with it, you've been doing it for a while now. So let's go 5 years into the future. What do you have planned for yourself and for the business 5 years into the future? And how, if you have anything specific, what are you gonna do to go about executing that?
So I think I've already briefly talked about it, but now we're gonna go deep into it. You were also asking me about future marketing plans and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So this all ties into that right now.
Perfect.
Right now, we're based in Denver, Colorado, within 35-mile radius of Denver, Colorado, and it's just not gonna cut it, right? So I tried to the cleaning business. It's a headache. I was talking about that. It's how to keep the quality of the cleaners, hiring, managing the employees. It's a fucking headache. It's a whole ordeal. I don't deal with it myself. My business partner takes care of that. But I already know it's a big bottleneck of the business, right?
Right.
Even though it is a bit of bottleneck, thanks to Amazon, I've learned how to keep the quality up, and then we have our standards as well, our training procedures and everything. But that's the problem with the business, right? And at the time that I started the moving business, we were having those problems even worse because we didn't have the systems in place.
Okay.
So from Amazon, from working there with them and stuff like that, I learned how they manage. Because how does this fucking company manage thousands and thousands of contractors? It's the system that they were using. So
Yeah.
I stole it from them and I turned it into my own system. And since then, my business partner complains a lot less about managing the employees.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, yes, but it's still a bottleneck, right? And the whole reason I even thought about doing the moving business because it is a bottleneck. So I'm thinking into the future, 5 years. What am I gonna do? Have 10 more cleaning businesses with the same 10 problems, right?
Right. Right.
So I've done a lot of thinking, and I'm a lot more careful into the ventures that I think of pursuing now because I put my hand in the fire and I got burnt, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Put some cortisone on it and I healed.
Here you go. You're here. Here. Back to it.
I healed, right? But it's a lesson. So I'm more critical and careful into ventures that I'm trying to get into.
Okay.
So it has to make sense. Like it has to make complete sense. And it has to align with kind of like what you're doing right now and your abilities. And, because I've already started the train and I have to keep the train going instead of starting a new train.
Right. Right. You're already rolling. You're already
Right.
rolling.
So whatever I do has to stack up on the train that I'm doing already. And, I thought about it, different ideas. I sat there, in bed, insomnia, just thinking about the future of my business. Where is it going? Where is it going? What can I do? What can I do? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the business model because there's a problem, which is the bottleneck of the business. This is the problem that we're having with this business, right? So how do we fix it?
Right.
So the way I'm going to fix it is I'm going to hire contractors, but they're going to be their own business.
Okay.
The catch is they can't have a real business. They have to be self-employed. So when you go on my website, I'm going to have individual profiles of
Right.
people that we vetted, and these are going to be cream of the crop. I'm talking the best of the best out there in the industry. A players, all-star team. In every city, we're going to steal all the all-star players, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of really good cleaners that they just want to clean, but they want to make money like they have their own business, but they don't want to do the business part, right? So that's where we come in. So the business entity handles the accounting for you, the taxes, payroll, cleaning supplies, marketing, customer service. We handle all that for you. We just feed you the clients, and you just have to do what you're really fucking good at, right? It's just
See.
clean.
Yeah.
But
Right.
ultimately, they're still our clients. So there are contracts, right? But we're going to have a list of contractors on our website. And there's already a company doing it out here, Be Neat, whatever. But like I said, I have a friend that lives on the 8th floor, Stefano. And if you're watching, thanks for the heads up.
Shout out to Stefano, man.
Stefano.
Good.
Stefano. Yeah. He let me know it's a hit and miss. Basically, one good cleaner out of every 4, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna come in and do it better. So every single one of my cleaners is gonna be an all-star player, because we're gonna do the vetting. We're gonna see if you can even clean. So they're gonna come in my condo, maybe clean a couple other condos, you know, to kind of see what they're doing.
Right.
And we're not gonna train. We're not gonna train them. They already need a fundamental skill level. We are gonna train them on, you know, how we do cleaning and our like the science of cleaning,
Right.
the chemistry of cleaning.
But you want to see where their head is at and where their experience is.
Yeah.
Prior to
Yes.
forming them in the way you want them.
Yes. And we're gonna pay more than anybody else out there.
That's
right. So we're gonna pay them a lot more money than they could ever get paid anywhere else. So that's how we're gonna get the cream of the crop, and we're gonna have, you know, a lot of people are gonna apply, and a lot of people are not gonna be able to make it. They're not gonna make the cut.
Yeah.
You know, it's like NBA, right? We're starting.
Not everybody's gonna make it.
Not
You
everybody's
got to
gonna
be the
make it.
best of the best, because you want to offer the best of the best service
Yes.
to clients.
Yes.
You want to be the
So
top.
imagine this: I'm in a city, and I have this operation going, and I've already swooped up on the best cleaners in that region, right?
Right.
Because I'm paying the most, and you got money. You know the reputation from us through whether it's organic marketing, SEO, it's a combination of things, right? Through the app. So you have no choice but to go through us.
Right. Yeah.
And by the same token, we're not going to be cheap. It's not going to, you're going to be paying company prices, which for like one person, it should be around like $60 an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, like $60.
So this almost, correct me if I'm mistaken, this almost sounds like a business model of, let's say, for example, like Fiverr, where anybody can sign up. No, it's not like Fiverr.
No. So it's not like Fiverr. So the major difference, Fiverr, they allow anyone on there.
Right. But what you're doing is you're doing a system where, if Fiverr wouldn't allow everybody, let's say you had to apply to be even able to be posted on Fiverr.
Yes.
It's kind of the direction you're heading to.
Yes.
So that's how you're weeding out, I want the top people.
Yes, and we're also paying and charging more, right?
Right.
So we're going to charge company prices, but we're only going to take a percentage of it. So right now as a company, we take most of the cut and we pay our employees, right?
Right.
So we're going to flip it where our employees take most of the cut, but we take a percentage.
Yes.
But the benefit of that is that it allows us to scale, because we no longer have to micromanage. We no longer have to train employees.
Right.
But the catch is that to be on our website, you can't have a company. So like
You have to be.
you can't send your people to come clean. So like on Yelp right now, right? They allow anybody on there, and they allow companies on there. So when you hire somebody, you might get a service, you might not. You have to check the reviews, but there's a lot of crybabies on Yelp, so it's gonna be distorted, anyways. But and then they allow plumbers, electricians, mechanics, restaurants. It's all over the.
It's all over. Yeah. There's not
My shit is just cleaning.
Right.
So every cleaner will be Roochii-verified. That's what we call it.
Okay.
And then they're going to have a badge. Roochii-verified. So that's the guarantee, right?
Right.
So they're Roochii-verified. We have a guarantee 100% satisfaction. And it's going to be top tier. And there's also another problem in the industry, right? So the reason there's so many cleaning businesses is because the barriers to entry are so low.
Right.
Literally, you right now could say, I'm going to start a cleaning business. You go to fucking Tops or Big C. You get all your supplies, right? You start your free Google My Business account. Go print some business cards. Go start passing them out. Do some or guerrilla marketing on the streets, right here in these rich areas. And then every white person you see, you hand them your card.
Right.
And you got your business started, basically.
Yeah.
After that, hey, do you mind helping me out? I just started out. A review would really help me. And you got your business started, right?
Right.
So a problem in the business industry is that your cleaners could do that. And that's what some of our best cleaners do, because they realize, like, why am I working for a company and they're making all this fucking money when
do it
I can
myself.
do it myself? But I mean, it's a lot, and then they try to steal your clientele, right? They try to take them and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So we have strict contracts that we make our cleaners sign, as well as our clients sign. Yeah, because we spend a lot of money on marketing to get that. So it's they're causing a lot of damages. But that's the threat that you pose, right? So how do you solve that problem? Well, why not turn them into a business already? Give them the platform on my platform. You could use all our systems, our marketing, everything,
all in one package.
So instead of you branching off to become your own business, you could become your own business within our platform, our website.
Right.
Right.
And your platform is giving them all the resources,
Yeah.
all in one package.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's one-stop shop.
so because they think running a business is easy, but
Right.
but all it is they want to make the money. They want to make more money. That's why they go off on their own, right? It's not easy, but it's a leap of faith that they take when they quit, and then they try to get their own clients. And then the easiest way they could do it is to try to steal our clients, right?
Yeah. Seen it before. Seen it before.
So how do you eliminate that problem? Well, why not turn them into a business? But the catch is they have to clean themselves, and that's what they're really good at.
They're doing,
So
right.
that's another value proposition from my platform, is that you're not getting a business, you're getting self-employed cleaners. And who's going to clean your house better than the actual boss? Nobody.
Right, because and their line of work and how well they perform determines how much clientele is going to come to them, because they need that good review.
Exactly.
So they can't half-ass the job. They're the ones
Yeah.
that are doing the work.
Yeah. So good you say that. So they're gonna have their own reviews within our platform as well. It's just like
Yep.
Yelp and Fire, right? And obviously they have to stay above 4.8 stars to even stay on our platform.
Yeah,
But of course
otherwise-
it would be easy, because we would pick the all-star team to begin with, right?
Right, exactly.
So the bottleneck, I've eliminated the bottlenecks, right? Now, what's stopping me from starting this all over the United States of America?
That's right. All 50 states.
What's stopping me?
And it's a remote operation, if so choose.
I'm in fucking Bangkok right now, and I'm doing that shit, right?
Right.
But this is even more remote. This is less micromanaging, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I make less. I take less of a cut, but I make more because I can scale.
Absolutely.
But not only that, because I can scale, now we talk about marketing, different marketings for different strategies of your business, right?
Yeah.
Now it makes sense to hire an entire team to do organic marketing for me, because now I have a national company. So now the money that I'm spending on that organic team, the ideation of the content, the producer, the director, the actors, the videographers, I'm gonna have them. They're gonna do all that. They're gonna be its own department. Just like right now, I have a whole SEO team.
Right.
But it took me months to first learn it, and then it took me months to train them, and then some of them had to quit, so then I had to learn how to hire better. Just setting up my SEO department took me fucking like 6 months, from learning to training to the systems and everything. And like I said, now if I want to go disappear for like a week, 2 weeks, it still runs itself.
Self-sufficient.
Yeah, that's the way it's got to be. You got to create the systems, right? So it's I'm trying to do the same thing with my organic marketing team now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna take some time to set it up, and going back to the SWOT analysis, strength, opportunities, weaks, and strengths, right? So what are my opportunities right here? It's cheap labor. It's cheap labor. So I'm gonna set up a whole content creation team right here in Thailand, and the content's gonna be good for America and in Thailand. It's gonna be in English because people that could afford cleaning services speak English anyways. It's not gonna be a Thai person speaking Thai.
Yeah,
no,
right,
no
right.
offense.
Yeah,
No offense.
Right.
So that's one of the marketing strategies that I'm gonna be doing in the next couple months, not next 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wasting no time. Ain't
No,
wasting
no.
no time.
Nah, it's just I've been so busy with taxes lately. I've been setting up. I've been building a custom GPT for a tax advisor. So I've been creating the knowledge base and then uploading it and then you know, training it. Basically, it's gonna know everything about my business, every scenario that we're in, every because I have contracts for being out here, right, through my company,
Right, right.
to be able to write off stuff. I have contracts between my company, where like if I go to the hospital, it's a tax write off because I have this program. I don't need insurance or whatever. So it's gonna know all that. It's gonna know every single car I have, how much we paid, how much we filed last year, the year before, and everything. So then, when I have questions like for the year of 2025, how much projections do you speculate we're going to be owing in taxes? And what can we do in every scenario possible to reduce my tax liability, if that even includes buying assets, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So that's what I've been doing. It's been taking me like a week.
Okay, so it's taking all past and previous information and it's building its own knowledge. So you can ask it questions and it can answer it based on past analytics.
Yeah, and the knowledge that I feed it.
Right. And
Yeah.
the knowledge that you continue to feed it.
Yeah, yeah, and I can even connect it through an API with my accounting system, so it has direct access to it.
Well, so it's safe to say that this guy here has covered every aspect of a business. Maybe even more, man.
No, I'm still building. I'm still building. I'm still building right now, but I got big dreams, and it's just a matter of execution, right? So going back, I got sidetracked. This is kind of fun. I point that out. Creating custom GPTs. I got like 18 more to build.
Yeah, no, that's
But-
crazy. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So it's been taking me like a week. So for context, how long stuff takes? People think you to build a business in a couple months and man, it takes years to build a badass business.
And
years of hard work.
One thing that's always going to be relevant is you're always either going to have time or you're going to have money. And depending on where you're at in your business or where you want to be, depends on if you're going to have the time or if you're going to have the money. So say, for example, you want to start cutting back on money, right? On the amount of money that you bring in by spending it to allow yourself more time with this whole new business model that you have. So you're kind of giving yourself a little bit of a trade-off, sacrificing a small percentage of money to have a greater percentage of time in order to continuously scale your business onto a larger level.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So going back to the marketing strategy that we have planned for the next 5 years is we're gonna hit hard social media.
That's awesome.
And one of my last interviewees, he was a social media guru, and he gamed me up. So I love doing these interviews because I learned from our guests exactly what to how they're gamed up, laced up, and I take what I can and apply it to my business.
And if somebody wants to watch that video about the social media guru for which you interviewed, where can they find that interview?
You can find it right on my channel, Mr.Roochii, MR.ROOCHII. Any of my social medias, I have a link to my YouTube channel, or you could just go into YouTube and just Jovany Miranda, just type that in as well. All my interviews are going to come in and populate right there. But so that's one of them that I'm going to do, and it's going to be a complete success. It's going to be a complete success. Because we're going to invest so much time and effort into it. We're going to go viral. We're going to go viral, And the money that I'm going to be spending in it is going to be a huge ROI at that point, because we're going to be a national company. We're not going to only be based in Denver. So at that point in time, it makes sense to go organic with our social media. Another thing that we're going to do, well, which we were already doing, is our SEO. So right now, even our SEO locally, so we're building. So SEO, basically, it's all about your website's authority. And you have software that gives you different authority scores, right? So the bigger your authority score, the bigger you can outrank other websites. So right now we're just working hard building the authority of our website through topical authority, through articles, through covering local events, through getting legitimate backlinks, working hard just doing that continuously. And I have a whole system and team doing that on the fly. So that's just going to continue to grow. And what that allows me to do is just come in, like, by the way, I already assessed the competition in Bangkok.
Right.
Crushing
That's
it,
man.
crushing it, crushing it. There's only one company out here doing a pretty good fucking job at SEO, and there's another one that's slightly doing it, and everybody else whack. So
Hear that.
so I don't have a problem starting a Bangkok branch. Like, within a month or two, I'm gonna be in the top 3 of Google. Like,
Top 3.
just crushing it with SEO because of what I've been doing.
Straight
so
search engine optimization.
Yeah. Because I'm coming from a highly competitive state and city, Denver, Colorado.
Oh, absolutely.
The competition is cutthroat out there. I mean, you have to be on top of your game to be able to survive out there. And like I said, I did a competitor analysis out here in regards to SEO, and I'm gonna crush it. But in addition to the organic traffic, we're going to be doing SEO. So when we open operations in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
shout out to the Poconos, man.
if I have a site that already has an authority of 70, 79, we're going to go in there and just crush it in no time. We're going to go ahead and crush it over here. We're going to go ahead and crush it over here organically without paid ads. Right?
Wow, without paying.
So it's exponential. So right now I'm burning money. I'm not really burning money because I'm making it back.
Right.
But the huge ROI is when we go national, and when my website's at a domain authority above 50. Like, we're just gonna be killing it.
You're all over.
Yeah.
National. I mean, all over the damn place.
Yeah, and then my SEO team's gonna be 3 times bigger because we're gonna have 3 times the amount of work. So it's gonna be beautiful. Another thing that we're doing, that we might, so I might just focus on the organic and the SEO. I might do Google ads. So I'm going to experiment with Google ads.
Okay.
So, kind of a holistic thing. We'll see how the Google ads go. Because I need my ROI, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So if it's already working with organic content and organic SEO, so there's really no need to do Google ads.
Yeah, you don't need to pay. If
Organic, yeah. Because we already have that going on, but it's on the horizon, something to test, and we'll see what the data tells us. But now circling back to the cleaning chemicals, where does that all come in?
Right. Where does this come into play?
So we do cleaning. I'm changing the business model. We're going to have agents doing our cleaning services. I'm getting allergies right now. So we're going to have free agents doing our cleaning. They're going to have to use our products.
Okay. Yeah.
They're going to have to use our products. So that's part of the deal, right? So if I have a national company all over the United States and every major city, let's just say like 50, 100 locations, and in each location I have like maybe 20 cleaners working those locations, right? And they're all using my products. That's just revenue coming in, and it's free marketing because the clients get to see. It's sort of like guerrilla marketing.
Right.
So the clients get to see the products that they're using, and they're going to ask. And obviously, we're going to give a free sample like a gift package,
Right,
another
yes,
marketing source,
yes.
a gift package to new clients. So when you hire us, you get a little gift of our Roochii products. Our SEO, our blogs, all our blog articles that we're writing. So we write blog articles on how to clean, right?
Okay, yeah.
How to clean your toilet, how to get rid of orange mold in your shower curtains, how to clean with depression, right? So in there, we're gonna upsell our cleaning products. So the SEO that we do, that's gonna get us traffic for our cleaning business, is also gonna sell our products. So it's like killing two birds with one stone.
Okay,
The
yeah.
SEO is gonna get us cleaning business, and it's gonna sell our cleaning products. The same thing with organic social media. We're selling two things at once,
Right, right,
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's two products at one time. You have a product that's a service and a product that's tangible.
Yes.
Actual
Yes.
physical,
Yes.
yeah, right.
It's doubling, tripling, 10xing our income with the same amount of effort
Right, right.
because it's an insane lane.
You're attacking all angles here. Somebody might not need the service of cleaning itself, but somebody might need the product. And it might be vice versa. Somebody might say, I don't need the product, I just want the cleaning. Either way, one or another is going to sell it.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's where we're heading. 5-year strategy. Hopefully within 1 year, all of this will be executed and accomplished. Right now, we're literally testing cleaning chemicals right now. So the next step, after we finalize which ones we like, we might have, for one product, we might have to hire a chemist to engineer one product that we can't get fine-tuned. But then other than that, it's just negotiating pricing. And then we have to, that's a whole ordeal. Setting up logistics, setting up operations, distribution channels. So I had to learn. I've already learned all that through Shopify. You could connect it to your distributors that are associated with Shopify, and then you just deliver it to them, and then they deliver it to their locations. And then when you get an order, they receive it, and then they ship it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that's an amazing business model, especially with the cleaning products, seeing how expandable that is, right? Because I'm assuming the cleaning products are going to go as far as, within a home, right? Mopping floors or even like cleaning the walls, cleaners for toilets and such like that. You never know that you can expand to, you might have grease cleaning products for automotive or industrial purposes. The amount of expandability in there is incredible.
Like Simple Green.
Like Simple Green,
They got shit for aerospace.
They got all sorts of shit, right? And
for marine,
the scalability and expanding that you've mentioned. You seem that you're very big on expanding and scaling, and I think that's that's the whole point of business, right? I mean, you want to make money. The only way to make more money is to expand as much as you can. So
yeah,
I think you're on the right track, and I think that's absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
One thing I always bring up that I mention to people to get people motivated, right, is if you want to think about scalability or how much your product or your idea can expand, no matter how stupid you might think it is, I always refer back to the individual that invented the fucking pool noodle.
The noodle?
The noodle, the foam pool noodle.
Yeah, I like those for boxing.
People are using it for boxing.
Yeah.
Ocean activists, they use it to trap garbage in the ocean.
Oh.
It's got military purposes.
Oh.
The amount of bullshit behind it.
Oh, I didn't know any of this.
You have to think that there's some dude out there in the middle of fucking, some dude in the middle of Croatia on his fucking $285 million yacht, sitting there enjoying the sun because he made a foam fucking noodle for the pool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and look where he's at.
Yeah.
The expandability is incredible.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Man,
so
I could just imagine all the work he had to do.
I'm sorry, man.
The pain and suffering.
That's
the pain and suffering of success.
I look forward to seeing where you take your business. I think it's a great business model, and I think it's something new and something refreshing that a lot of people haven't seen before. So I think you're going to be the first in line to execute what it is that you're trying to execute.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you pretty much covered all bases here. You've explained to us how you plan to execute all these ideas, how these ideas have even generated in the first place, right? You're looking at a lot of your competition, and you're capitalizing on their failures, right? Everything that they're missing. Is there anything else that you want to leave the viewers with? Do you have any final thoughts, words of encouragement, perhaps some advice? I mean, you pretty much sauced up the entire audience throughout this entire
You think
conversation.
so? I don't know. I feel like I just kind of blabbered and
I mean, but that's
went like
bro.
to the left, to the south, to the north with my
There's some gems
stories.
there, bro. There are absolute gems. You know what I mean? And a lot of things of what you're saying, and I want the viewers to understand, is a lot of what this young man is saying can be applied to anything that you want to do. The only factor that's stopping it is your stupid ass. So stop drinking, put the bottle down. If you're smoking, you're too busy chasing fucking pussy. Just knock it off, man. Okay? You need to focus. You need to focus. So,
Oh, man.
if there's anything else out there, both, chase the money because the pussy will come with it, my friend. Okay, that's the saying of the OGs, right? You chase the money and everything else comes with it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. I'm at a point where I got money, so the pussy's.
That's all. Okay, the money's coming. Well, where's the pussy?
Yeah. Last words of encouragement, or like what?
Anything that you want to say, man. Anything that you feel the audience and the world needs to know. Because remember, this is your shining moment. This is your platform where you finally had to have a voice. I mean, regardless, it's 2:00 in the morning. I've got all day. I've got all night.
It's already 2.
It doesn't even
Where
matter.
the fuck is my wife? You fucking kidding me? Fucking she snuck. She's good, huh? She snuck off, preoccupied and busy and shit. All right.
I swear to God, I thought she was behind the camera at some point in time, and I'm like, wait a minute, where the fuck?
All right. Anyways,
is going
words
on
of
around
encouragement. Always keep tabs on your wife.
Always, there you go. Always keep tabs on the wife, right? Like they say, happy wife, happy life. That's
Just joking. Yeah, man. Words of encouragement. I just want to let people know that it's never too late.
Thank you.
We all go through different things in our life, whether it's our fault through our actions and our stupidity,
There it is.
or through circumstances that are out of our control, or through circumstances in which we put ourselves in those circumstances. Life could suck at certain times. Life could get down. You could be in literally the equivalent of hell in your life at the moment right now. But going back to what I said, in every tragedy, there's an opportunity. So whatever you're going through, it's only going to make you better if you're not a bitch. And what I mean by that is you have to put your emotions aside, right? You have to be a man. A different way to say it. You have to man up. You have to put your emotions aside and be able to analyze the situation and what you can learn from the current situation, however bad it is, and how to overcome it as well. Because if you don't break with emotion, if you're able to set aside your emotion, you're able to think critically and positively and focus on the positive things and what you could do to get yourself out of that situation, whether you got yourself intentionally, circumstantially, or just a happenstance, or God just said, fuck you, I'm going to test you right now. Whatever it is, you have to man up and you have to not crumble within your emotions and sadness and pull your pants up, because there will always be a brighter time in life, and everybody has gone through some shit, and I've gone through some fucked up shit throughout my entire life, but I'm here right now living my life to the fullest. I have a huge condo in Bangkok. If I, like I said, if I want to disappear, if I don't feel like working, I could do wherever the fuck I want. I could go wherever the fuck I want. I could travel wherever the fuck I want. I don't have to worry about how am I going to pay rent tomorrow. I don't ever have to worry about that. And life is good right now because of all the work and dedication that I put into something, right? You've heard my story. I started just helping my mother out. At the time myself, I was also in a bad situation. That's why I had all the free time to be able to do that with my mother. And in that came greatness, and I'm still pursuing greatness. I'm still learning. It's always gonna be a learning, no matter where you at and whatever stage you're at in life. Like we were talking about it, learning new things, learning how to do things, learning new skills, learning new concepts, learning new life lessons from people, learning from other people. That's why I love to do these podcasts. But yeah, to close off is you could do it. You could do anything that you want. Anything's possible. No matter what has happened to you, no matter what you have gone through, you just have to put your emotions aside, man up, pull your pants up, and pull through it. And I assure you, you'll be able to see the opportunity in whatever tragedy that happened to you.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And you're absolutely correct.
I have to close off.
And wonderful. And a lot of guys will say, it's such a gimmicky thing to say or blah, blah, blah. I mean, I say it all the time as well, but it's absolutely true. Yeah. It's absolutely true. Everything that was just said is absolutely true. You got to pull up your pants. You got to be a big boy. You got to be a man. Your role as a man in this world is to fight and to solve issues and to suffer all the way through. That's how it's going to be. About a majority of your life is not going to go the way that you want it to go. That's you're not supposed to be happy in this life. You're not. Happiness, forget about it, right? You need to find purpose, and it seems that you found more than enough purpose. I mean, you seem like you're finding even more purpose than that. So I would say you're doing an amazing job, and I think you sauced up the audience. I mean, quite well. There's a lot to learn here, my friend, and I wish you the best in your endeavors, and congratulations so far on what you've achieved. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to like, comment, subscribe, share, and if you want to find this young man, where exactly can the audience find you on social media and across any digital platform?
Yeah, so I'm a pretty easy guy to find. Google tends to like me. So you could just Google my name, Jovany Miranda, and all my social profiles will populate. You could do the same thing in YouTube. All my shorts, long form content will also populate. Jovany is spelled Jovany. How do you spell my name? I'm just joking. Jovany. It's not the Italian way, it's the Mexican way. Or you could also Google my handle or search my handle on YouTube, which is Mr.Roochii, associated with my cleaning business, which is MR.ROOCHII. And hit me up, like me, subscribe, send me a message. I'll say hi and thank you for subscribing. And if you got business opportunities out there, if you want to get interviewed, if you're somebody interesting, hit me up as well. We can get that going. Stationed in Bangkok, by the way.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You have it. The man, the fact, the legend, because he was never a myth. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you having us.
Yeah, great host. All right. Peace out. Thank you.